How are the microphone levels? Microphone levels are just fine. Hello vlog taggers. I'm not going to lie and say it's Tuesday, but I'm putting this up on Tuesday. I'm here to replace people who cannot make it today. Nikki. We call that substitution. My name is Band Geek Mike. I live in the city of Portland. I don't know why you all keep doing that, but for me it's getting kind of annoying because I live in Portland, where we're going to meet in like 3 weeks. This is my friend Zach. We were in band together and then I taught him. I used to call him Marshmallow. It's a long story. I probably should check microphone levels again because my computer died. See, we're in the Starbucks at Pioneer Courthouse Square. Okay, microphone levels, we're fine. Realized that I needed to find a source of alternating current because my computer kind of crashed when I was sitting where I was sitting. I was going to show you the building where I graduated from high school. It's called the Arlene Schnitzer Concert Hall. It is where the Oregon Symphony Orchestra performs. They're conducted by Carlos Kalmar. This place is a renovated Paramount theater. It used to show only Paramount and Paramount distributed films before the Supreme Court said, you can't do that anymore, you have a monopoly on the movie industry. Then a bunch of Paramount theaters became concert halls instead. The Metropolitan Youth Symphony was giving a concert this afternoon, which they often do the day after the Grand Floral Parade. The Grand Floral Parade is this big fancy parade that happens as part of the Rose Festival.
It's a 4-mile parade, playing the same thing over and over and over again when you're in marching band. It kind of sucks.
I enjoyed the parade. Not the entire thing, because it was very long. And apparently it's like the largest spectator event in the state of Oregon, because we have millions of people that watch it, and it's broadcast like across the country or something. I also decided to get myself a grande iced soy peppermint mocha. Sorry if I keep not looking at you, but I instead look at my face because I'm using my MacBook because I am lame like that. Right now we're standing in the amphitheater. It's really small. See? All the way around. Here's what it says. This amphitheater honors 2 pioneers who had worked on or near this block. Garrison J. Gray, A. Carpenter, 1851, and George Neuner, U.S. Attorney, 1925 to 1933. The cool thing about the amphitheater is it echoes when you talk into it. I don't know if you can hear it. Hello! No, you really probably can't. When you come here, you will have to experience the awesomeness that is the amphitheater. I honestly have no clue as to what all of these flowers are for. Do you?
No, there are chess sets over there.
People playing chess up there. I don't know whether we should film them or not. My sister loves honkin' huge burrito just over there. They serve like vegetarian burritos, but they're really big, and it's in one of those burrito stands. They also somewhere in Portland, I'm not sure where, have a stand that sells the I Can Has cheeseburger. I personally haven't seen it, but I read about it in a New York Times article. KGW. They're not some sort of communist organization. It's our NBC affiliate. They have a thing there where they do the morning news. It's KGW, the studio on the square. This statue is called Allow Me. This is the statue that is in the picture of the events that I made on the Facebooks. He's the only person in the city of Portland that actually uses an umbrella. And I remember, Helen, you said in your video that was uploaded today whether it drizzles anywhere other than the UK. The answer is yes. There have been times between October and sometime in April. You usually don't have a 24-hour period without precipitation. It doesn't necessarily pour a lot, it just kind of spits at you. Above me flies the state flag of Oregon. And if you look on the flag itself, under the bottom of the state seal, it says 1859. It was the year that our state was founded. That means that this year our state is celebrating its 150th anniversary. I mean, that's really cool. I like that and everything, but and the float that was in front of my high school band was a float that was celebrating Oregon's 150th anniversary. Then KGW were broadcasting the parade on the TVs. They spent forever talking about this great float, but they failed to show very much of my high school band, which is ironic because it was Centennial High School. The high school itself was founded in 1959, which was the 100th anniversary of the founding of the state of Oregon. If I remember correctly, as far as the grand scheme of questions that are supposed to be answered, somebody asked about your online persona and whether the online friends would be notified about the death of the person. Me being the person in this case, I don't know. Nobody really knows my passwords, and unless I was still logged on somebody else's computer, they wouldn't really have access to any of that. And I honestly don't know how many people on the onlines would really be concerned about my death. And I don't mean that because woe is me, but just because aside from people like Helen and Adam and like Bill TV Macon and Christy543, who's also Saturdays on the Shiny Happy Vloggy people. Oh, and MK is somebody who I've quickly become friends with on the YouTubes. I don't really know of many people who would be terribly upset about my death because not many people know about me. Aside from those people, I don't know how many would really be upset about it all. So if I die, people may or may not find out about it. And off the top of my head, I can't remember the other question.
That is Pioneer Courthouse itself, and right below us is like a fountain.
Hey look, fountainage. We're standing over the visitor center. But over there's a sign, and it tells you how many miles away it is to get to places like Mount Hood, as well as Moscow, Russia, Paris, France, Taiwan, a whole bunch of places.
It has distances to just about everything you can imagine, to the TriMet info place, to Crozet Basin, which is the farthest point from this spot on the Earth.
If you were wondering about the TriMet info place, it's that great thing that we were just on. Portland. Known for having many great fountains. The smallest are of the genus Bensonus bubulus. They're actually called Benson bubblers, and they're named after a guy named Simon Benson, who was a huge philanthropist. He decided, I'm thinking somewhere around the turn of the century, because he was born in like 1851, that people needed a place to water themselves and their horses as they walked around town. He insisted that the city of Portland install a bunch of water fountains. Some of them are single fountains, others come in sets of 2 or 4, and they're all around the city. Free water fountains everywhere.
This is a grouping of 4 Benson bubblers instead of the singular one that we saw earlier. Some people think that they're not sanitary enough, but I think they're fine.
This is the Smith Memorial Student Union Building at Portland State University. I had sports camp here. It was over 10 years ago. That's kind of intense. I should show you the t-shirt. We still have one at my house, and I wear it. And it just recently got holes in the armpits. In here somewhere, they had a bowling alley that had like 6 or 8 lanes. It's always breaking down. And for our Seinfeld friends, we're now in a McDonald's. We went to go to this place called the Chit Chat Cafe to get bubble tea and alternating current, but they didn't have it. So we stopped in this McDonald's. Because for weeks now, I've been hearing about these things called Mick cafes. My friends at home call me Mick. So I kind of had to try this, seeing as how it is cafe that is in my name. I generally have an aversion to the McDonald's. Consequently, we now have iced mocha. And we are going to try iced mocha on the YouTubes. There we go. Oh, gosh. Oh. Your thoughts?
I can't drink this. It kind of grows on you.
You mean like fungus? I'm thinking maybe I'm spoiled because in Portland, we generally take our coffee very seriously. In Pioneer Courthouse Square, as you noticed, there's a Starbucks. And if you go on the other side of the courthouse to the mall that they call Pioneer Place, there are 2 Starbuckses. I don't even really like Starbucks because there are so many small coffee places around here that are so much better that I'd rather go there. We're now at a place called Cruisers. It is a bit of a dive. It's a fast food restaurant. It's been locally owned. It's kind of in the style of a 50s diner. They have, honestly, the best chicken strips I've ever eaten. My friends from band, as would my friends from my church youth group, we'd come and hang out here a lot. The other reason why I really like this place is because you can get ice cream cones with a lot of ice cream and a little bit of price. Mediums, for example, are $1.95. This is what they look like. And since we're in Oregon, there is no sales tax. It's even less than it would be in another state.
This is so good.
And now for a special performance from Band Geek Mike and Sergeant Jet 3. Together. Together. And this was the French horn handshake that I came up with my section leader when we were in high school. I am now in the bedroom where Helen will be staying for the night. I know that I totally blew through the 4-minute time limit, but I don't care because I'm the substitute, and you don't pay attention to it anyway, so why should you punish me? Tag James, you're it!